Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Valeria and this is the Off-Road Range. I have a 10,000 square meters of land where I'm single-handedly building a dream place on my own. Other than the box of a house I built late last year and a shipping container for storing stuff and tools, there are no other structures on the property. In a previous video, I started a series on building a local treatment station, so I can go to the toilet and bathroom at home instead of outside. And all my organic waste, including food waste, will decompose to clean water. The first step to prepare for construction is to organize storage space for materials and tools and create a workplace. You might have seen my video about purchasing and unloading my sea container. My first sea container. Today I would like to prepare the territory and make a foundation for the second one. What do I need it for? I will tell you later. Firstly, let's have a look at the territory. So, this is the place where my first container and my trailer is situated. The second container will stay here. I need at least one more container. The first container is used as a permanent storage of materials and tools, including electrical and fuel tools, scaffolding and beehives. The second will be organized as a workshop, where the material that is needed right now will be stored and where the work will be done. I have already partially prepared the territory. Also, I have a few leftover piles from the house foundation, so I decided to use this for the second time for the foundation of the container. My little kitty. I scared him unintentionally. I decided to use those piles for the foundation of the container. I think that's a great idea. So, let's work. For marking the place for the container, I used short wooden bars, which I used to define the corners of the container. And with the help of a 100-meter tape measure, I marked the boundaries of the container. The most difficult part awaits me. I shall install a foundation from these concrete piles. I will install those pieces of pile that I can move, and the harvest I will leave for man when the container arrives. Those pieces of pile that I lift weigh up to 15 kilograms. The rest weigh much more, and I move them gradually. I move the piles using my Jeep, so obviously tomorrow we will install also with the help of a Jeep. This one I also moved using a Jeep. And I have a few small piles. Nevertheless, I think they weigh up to 10 kilograms. The container will stand on this base made from the remnants of the piles. This is a good inexpensive solution to have the container blown by the wind and to prevent it from corrosion. As it turns out later, the distance from the container to the ground will also be used as a temporary short-term storage place, for example, for a hose, extension cord, chainsaw oil, and so on. Things that I used constantly for various work during the day.
So this big pile will be used in that corner, that one. And I have two more small piles. Ooh.
Friends, winter is almost here, and even though I'm posting videos of the work later than the work itself, the local treatment station is not even 20% ready yet. So I would really appreciate your moral and financial support. One video contains many stages from different time periods in the recent past and many weeks of preparation, so I show and talk about them a little later, so that there is a full understanding of what is happening. I will be glad if you subscribe to me and share my channel with your friends. It will help me to fulfill my dream of 10,000 subscribers by Christmas and connect monetization after 2 years of running the channel. Also, your donation will help me to build the local treatment station for me faster, so I can take a hot shower in the winter in the house and improve the ecology of the planet, as this facility will completely recycle waste into clean water. Moreover, I will plant a tree in your honor in gratitude for your donation, as I did it recently for my subscribers.
So now I have to wait tomorrow morning, and we will see the continuation. So we decided to change the location of piles a little bit. I was advised to locate this big pile along the border of the container. And now it looks like that.
In order to accurately mark the boundaries of the container, I additionally put marking on the piles. But later, when installing the container, I will put a layer of roofing felt between the metal and the pile. Water from the ground rises through the concrete in a capillary way and penetrates into the metal structure. The roofing felt will prevent the container from getting wet and rusting. The place is ready to receive the container, and I once again checked with people that they could arrive by 8:30 a.m. To install a 40-foot container, you need at least 2 construction vehicles, a long-haul truck and a crane, which will use special hooks to move the container to the place of installation. You also need at least 3 people, a driver of the long-haul truck, a crane driver, and a slinger, a person who will hook the crane hooks to the container and put it on the exact designated place. The slinger services cost $300–400, so I do the job myself. In many countries of the world, it is forbidden to do it without special training and license. But I studied theoretical rules, and the crane operator showed me how to do everything correctly. My first container, a red one, was also installed by me. I wear a helmet and follow safety rules for working at height. So, The container is installed. The crane and the lawn hauler are gone. For you, this process looked like a few minutes, but in fact the installation took about 3 hours. I left for you the most significant and tasty bits of the video. Note the process of measuring the right angle for half an hour, so that it suits me. Now it is time to do a visual inspection of the container, because at the logistics center, no one is going to let the average person choose their container from thousands and thousands of identical ones.
I'm on the roof now, and I would like to check its condition. This is almost a hole, and this requires welding. This also might require welding, as well as this, although this one is much more newer than my first one. This part of container is from the other container. I can almost jump on it, and this means that it is not natural, like this is a part of another container. Such a nice warm autumn day, and this is my second container. In fact, when I was ordering it, I thought the condition was better, but in fact it is also pretty rusty, and also it has small holes, so perhaps it needs the same repairs as the first one. Let's check it inside.
The container is needed to store material there for future construction and for work on site, as well as for house leftover lumber. The lumber has been stored under the house for almost a year. The house is on stilts, and there is about a meter between the house itself and the ground. Why didn't I move it to the red container? Because as soon as I bought it, I immediately unloaded the laminate flooring, core backing, and leftover boards that were stored in the house. All of that material was stored indoors and was healthy material with no fungus and mold. And lumber that was stored under the house can be infested with fungus, mold, and insects, despite the antiseptic treatment. It is also wetter, because somewhere it got rain on it or absorbed moisture during rains and fog. My work is to lay the boards out neatly in rows so they can dry out and perhaps become suitable for some other work. The red container is already occupied with laminate, corkboard, waterproof film, chainsaw, thighs, battery-powered garden sprayer, my staff, scaffolding, and so on. Also, there are leftover beehives that need to be repaired if possible. If I had storage racks, things and tools would take up less space, and it would be more convenient. For now, however, I cannot afford to buy shelving. Maybe later, I will find a cabinet somewhere on a used stuff site. In order not to waste time, I organized several jobs at a time. First, I moved in the container the rest of the pallets I bought back in January. Some of the pallets I used as a push for the house. Some of them are inside the red container. Some of them I used for beehives. Some of them I needed as a support for the plastic summer shower and toilet, although I use them all year round, unfortunately, but I don't have any other option yet. The rest of the pallets, which have dried over the summer, will be inside the blue container, and I will start the next stage at once. I was trying to organize everything in one day, so that the container came the first and black metal after the container. Immediately on this day, 1,000 kilograms of rebar, 8 profile pipes and 50 kilograms of binding wire were delivered and unloaded. This metal is the basis of the reinforcement frame for my local treatment station, and I will deal with it in the next videos. And now I need to prepare for the next large-scale stage of work, which you will see in the next videos. So don't forget to subscribe and give me likes. I need your support. It was Valeria, the Off-Road Ranch. I wish you all the best
and see you soon.